Gwe Akipjilidak. Hello and welcome to the beautiful Pictou County Wellness Center. Once again, my name is Michael Petter, alongside Lucas on the camera. Big thanks to Lucas for all the great work he's doing on the camera so far this weekend. This is Pictou Sports, or Petter Sports and Streaming, excuse me, through AO Live. And this afternoon we have for you yet another game from the 2023 Pictou County Bantam Memorial Tournament. We're in the AA division for the first time here on the Sobeys sheet of ice as the East Hands Penguins take on the Glace Bay Miners. Before we go any further, we'll take a moment to acknowledge that the Pictou County Wellness Center, the entirety of Pictou County and the entire region covered by all of the teams here at the tournament, which is pretty much the entire province of Nova Scotia, all lie within the ancestral unceded territory of Mi'kma'ki. Glace Bay Miners are the home team. They are in their white jerseys with the black and red trim. They'll defend the net to your broadcast right for the first and third periods. The East Hands Penguins in the Pittsburgh Penguin kind of colors. They'll defend the net to your broadcast left for periods 1 and 3. And we are underway here at the Pictou County Wellness Center. Draw one by the Penguins. McDonald back into his own zone. He'll play it around to the near side for Powell. Powell gets it up the boards to McGuire. His pass a little bit out of the reach of Orchard. And the Miners looked like they had held the puck onside for a moment. Now it does come out. They'll flip it back in. It rolls almost all the way into the starting goaltender, that being Simon Bugden of East Hands. Meanwhile, starting in goal for the Glace Bay Miners is Brandon McNeil. As the puck comes around to the near side, Powell plays it up the wall, gets to the line, held in by O'Coin. O'Coin with a shot, that gets blocked. Now it'll get taken out to center. Pass intended for McGuire. That's broken up by Green. Now Orchard looking to clear it down the ice, but he doesn't, and we'll get our first. And what's the stoppage here? Looks like it's going to be a too many players penalty. Yes, it is indeed against the East Hands Penguins. So the first power play of the game took us just 51 seconds to get there, and it will be a bench minor for too many players. Going to be served by Tanner Wood of the Penguins. And so the Glace Bay Miners with a chance to get things going here in the opening moments of this AA game here at the 2023 Pictou County Bantam Memorial Tournament. Again, we do have A and AA divisions. This is the first game on the Sobeys sheet of ice that is in the AA division. Here's Phillips with the puck, bringing the puck in. Phillips takes it over to the wall, down into the corner, takes a bump there from a player who's got his jersey tucked in so far. We can't see the number at all. Now it's played up the wall to Ellsworth. Ellsworth with a shot. It goes off of the crossbar. Another shot, another chance for Ellsworth, and it bounces in. They score! Ellsworth denied by the iron the first time. Not denied the second as the puck bounced a couple times on its way. Wasn't sure if it was going to cross, but just did get across the goal line. So Jacob Ellsworth with the opening goal of this game at 1:26 of the first period on the power play to give the Glace Bay Miners the lead here in the early going. Now in across the blue line. Edgedine will carry it ahead. Edgedine with the shot, and that goes just up over the crossbar as it went through Scottern. And if I'm mispronouncing any players' names, that should be Edgerdine, I see. So there's an R there. Edgerdine. So if I'm mispronouncing any players' names, please do let me know. The way to get a hold of me is through Twitter at Petter, P-E-T-T-E-R, as in my last name, Michael Petter, P-E-T-T-E-R, PC_sports. That's at P-E-T-T-E-R, PC_sports through Twitter. You can get me through Facebook. Go to search for Petter Sports and Streaming. Use the ampersand for the and. Or you can go to my website, petterpictousports.ca. Puck comes to the line, held in at the point there by Murphy. Murphy's shot gets through and then now into the corner. So the goal The goal, Jacob Ellsworth, assisted by Landon Comer and Sam Murphy at 1:26 to open the scoring. Now the Penguins bring the puck into the Miners zone. There's a shot that goes off the post. That shot taken by Cameron Turner. With it now is Hogan. He'll carry it up the ice for the Miners. Hogan cuts to the outside, working against Powell. Hogan tries to get it towards the front of the net. That'll be cleared away. Pass up for McGuire. And McGuire will play it up the boards. Orchard not able to clear the zone as it's held in by Wadden. Wadden with the big shot. And the save made by Simon Bugden. And Bugden will hang on for a face-off with 3:26 gone in the first period. Meanwhile, next door, they're already into straight time because it's a 5-goal margin with under 3 minutes left in the first period as the Antigonish Bulldogs in the A division step out quickly against the Sydney Steelers, 5-0 for Antigonish already. Under 3 minutes left to go in the first period of that one. Here we're just under 4 minutes in, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Glace Bay Miners over the East Hants Penguins in the AA division. Here's McGuire. He'll get the puck ahead for Orchard. Orchard has it slip off his stick. White with a shot. That goes just wide. Now a sharp angle chance by Green. That goes off the outside of the net. Puck comes to the line. Wadden will hold it in. He'll fire another shot. That goes wide. Turner will clear it down the ice. Icing is waved off as McPhee did get a piece of it, that being Ty McPhee. There's Ty and Deacon McPhee, both for the Glace Bay Miners. Wadden will dump the puck in deep. Going back to get it there is Scott Hearn. Ellsworth in on the forecheck. Puck comes into the corner. Phillips gives his man a bump. That was Wood that he collided with there. Now Wood trying to poke it ahead. Wood gets back on it again, gets it to the line and out. Wadden will dump it back in. And back to get it there is Borgel. Rowan Borgel plays it ahead, gets to the line. O'Coin holds it in. His shot. Phillips was looking for a deflection but got too much of it and redirected it well away from the net. Borgel now trying to play it around the boards. It goes back to where Phillips was waiting for it. Phillips, though, his pass intercepted, and Robinson will launch it down the ice. That's going to be an icing call. 9:47 left to go here in the first period. And the shots on goal so far favoring the Glace Bay Miners 6-0, and the ice really has been that tilted here in the early going in favor of the team who is the home team for this game. Penguins get the puck out as here comes Rushton. Rushton takes it down into the corner. Off the boards, trying to get it back to Powell at the line. Phillips almost able to knock that one away, but Powell gets it back in deep. O'Coin now sends it around to the far side for Deacon McPhee. To the line and out. Powell now plays it back to McDonald. Return pass to Powell. And it comes all the way to Deacon McPhee at his own line. He'll play it ahead, intended for Ellsworth, but McDonald gets there first. McPhee able to take it away from McKinnon. McPhee brings it in, ends up colliding with the linesperson there as we reach 6 minutes gone in the first period. Hogan with a shot. That gets blocked. Now pass intended for Rushton. Rushton had trouble finding it. O'Coin sends it back in deep. Orchard will get on it for the Penguins. Play it around to the far side for McKinnon. McKinnon gets bumped off the puck by Baker. Now Baker for the Miners. Went to play it up the wall, but McKinnon was there to intercept that, but it's stolen right back again by Mann. Back to the line for McPhee. His shot goes wide. Comes up the wall. O'Coin not able to hold it on side. Dumps it back in. Mann realizes he can't touch it, so lets it go. And then Orchard able to bring it out to center. He'll dump it down the ice, and the Penguins will get a line change. Meanwhile, McPhee plays it ahead. A little one-touch pass off the stick of Baker. Nearly got broken up, but bringing the puck out now is Mann. He'll get it in across the blue line. Mann working down the left wing boards. Takes a bit of a bump there from Beaton. Puck played around to the far side, into the corner. 7 minutes gone here in the first period. In behind the net Battle for the puck. One Miners player against two Penguins, and the Miner comes away with it. It's Hogan. Sends it back behind the net after he worked into the corner. It goes onto the stick of Wood. Wood fires it around the boards, but it's held in at the line by Murphy. Now back into the near side corner. Wood on it again. Tries to go up to McGuire. That pass broken up by Mann. Now back with it is Beaton. Beaton plays it back over to the far side. And I believe that's Davis who's got the jersey tucked in so far. I can't see a thing. We'll have to wait until he comes back to the bench and see if I can get a better look at the number on that one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's... No, it's Foley. Okay, so Sierra Foley is the player with the jersey tucked so far in I can't see anything. All right. File that one for future reference. Puck comes around to Edgerdine. Edgerdine throws it towards the net. It's cleared away. Now it comes up to Green. Green with a shot. That gets blocked. White trying to get it under control. He can't. White then goes into the boards with Gatto. Puck comes up the wall. Edgerdine stepping up, but coming out with it. Here comes Orchard. He's got a man up with him. But a big play there by Murphy to knock the puck away from Orchard. We're going to get a stoppage, as I believe the puck came up and made contact with one of the players on one of the benches. So we'll get a stoppage with 6:50 left to go here in period number 1. Next door, they've reached the end of the first period, and they are flooding in that game between Antigonish and Sydney. And again, a 5-0 scoreline, which, with the way the tournament rules are written, a 5-goal differential means straight time whenever in the game it occurs. However, in the first or second period, if the margin gets back down to 4 or fewer, then we go back to stop time. If the margin is 5 or more in the third period, it is straight time, and it stays straight time no matter how close the game ends up getting. So the second period will definitely start straight time. And again, if the team who is trailing, which I do believe is the Sydney Steelers, make it a 4-goal margin, then they will go back to stop time. But if it stays a 5-goal or more margin, it'll stay straight time all the way through until the end. So that game, they'll get a little bit ahead of schedule over on the other sheet of ice. Here, we're actually a little bit ahead of schedule as well, as this was supposed to be a 2 o'clock start, but we got going at about 1:55 or so. So we're a few minutes ahead here. That's a good sign. Here's Wadden with the puck right now. Gets it ahead for Ellsworth. Ellsworth coming in, has that puck knocked off his stick. Comer trying to work it back down the boards. Bump there between Phillips and Orchard. As the puck heads over to the far side, Turner on it now. He gets his stick lifted by Ellsworth. And Comer went to play it back to the line, but McPhee, that being Deacon McPhee, had backed off. Wadden will go off for a change after getting the puck in deep. Puck comes back to the line. Deacon McPhee with a shot, and that steered away by the goaltender, Simon Bugden. Dumped back in again by McPhee as we approach 5 minutes left to go here in the first period. We will have a flood between periods 1 and 2 in this one. At the tournament, we're flooding every 2 periods, so we'll have a flood after the first period of this game and then a flood between this game and our next one. Puck comes out to center. O'Coin will dump it back in. Shots now 8-0 in favor of the Glace Bay Miners over the East Hants Penguins. Gatto with the puck. Plays it ahead. Robinson trying to find it in his feet. He does. But Baker comes back, gets the puck, plays it back into his own zone. O'Coin back to get it. Ahead for Hogan, but Robinson intercepts that. Fires a shot. That goes wide. Puck goes up the far wall. And stepping into that one is Foley. Foley gets it down low, but the Miners quickly possess and bring it right back out again. Hogan trying to split through the D. Gets through. Gets a shot away and puts it just missing on the near side. Penguins back out to center, but that pass a little bit too far in front of Gatto, and so back to get it is Mann. He'll play it across to the far side for McPhee. McPhee gets it up to Hogan. Hogan has it poked off his stick. To the line, McPhee will send it back down low, that being Deacon McPhee. Again, there's 2 McPhees on the Miners team, Deacon and Ty, both defensemen. Puck back to the line for O'Coin. O'Coin fakes a shot, then plays it down the wall to Mann. Mann takes a bump from Foley, gets the puck to Hogan. Hogan brings it out from behind the net, fires a shot. That goes off the stick of Beaton, up into the air, comes down where Mann is able to gather it in. Mann looking at options, sees none, so just takes the puck down into the corner, skates through the check of Foley, plays it over to Hogan. Hogan will give it to O'Coin, stepping in from the point. O'Coin nearly got stripped of the puck, but was able to recover, gives to Hogan, who fires a shot just wide as we approach 3 minutes left to go. And so far it has been pretty much all Glace Bay Miners here through in this opening period. Edgerdean, recognizing having to wait, waits long enough for Mann to get back on side, now carries the puck down into the zone. Edgerdean brings it towards the front of the net and loses control of it as Bugden is able to find it and cover up and hang on for a face-off. 2:47 left to go here in the first period. Chotter in to take the draw against Wood. Wood wins it down into the corner where Scott Hearn was there to get it, fires it around the boards. Edgerdean steps in, fires a shot. That gets partially blocked. And now bringing the puck out to center is Rushton. Rushton will send it down the ice. Back to pick up is Murphy. Murphy takes a bump there. Centering pass broken up by Green. Green sends that one a little too far for White. That's going to be an icing call against the Miners with 2:18 left to go here in the first. Second period just about to get underway next door. Well, the Zamboni still has one more lap to make. Never mind. Wood in to take the draw against Chotter again. Edgerdean losing his footing as Rushton's stick got in there inadvertently. Murphy gets the puck ahead to Green. Green now working up the right wing side, plays the puck off the glass down into the deep into the zone. White in to tie the puck up along the boards. It's played back around to the near side. Rushton will pick up for the Penguins, gets it to the line, held in there by, no, not held in by Edgerdean. And so we'll get a stoppage on the offside with 1:49 left to go here in the first period. Glace Bay Miners ahead of the East Hants Penguins by a margin of 1-0. Comer taking the draw against Orchard this time. And the puck rolls in onto Bugden, and Bugden has to be sharp there and pick up the puck before it gets through, and so we'll get another stoppage with 1:42 now left to go in the first period. Off of the draw, puck ends up on the stick of Ian McDonald. He fires it around the boards, held in at the line by Ty McPhee. Coming over to help out, Ellsworth works it down low, but McDonald on it again. Has it just past, or hop just past Ellsworth, and the Penguins are able to bring it out. Turner has the puck knocked off his stick right around the Miners' blue line. It comes through to Wadden. Wadden near side for Phillips. Phillips gets it to Comer. Comer has it knocked off his stick. To the line, held in by Wadden. He sends it back down low. It comes off the end boards where Powell gets it for the Penguins. Powell looked to get it ahead to McGuire. McGuire not able to clear his Wadden shot, partially blocked by Orchard. Orchard now able to steal the puck from Phillips and will work his way ahead. Orchard sends the puck a little bit too far in front of himself. Wadden able to get to it first, but Orchard wins it back. Here's a chance for Orchard with a shot. He scores! Jackson Orchard at 14:15 of the first period with a great individual effort gets his first shot, gets the team's first shot of the period, and the team scores on their first shot to make it a 1-1 tie. And it's always a tough situation for a goaltender like Brandon McNeil. We're over 14 minutes into the game, and McNeil faces his first shot, and it results in a goal. And now we're going to get a penalty against the Glace Bay Miners. with 36 seconds left in the first period. And it was a cross-checking call taken by Stephen Mann. So first the Penguins score on their first shot of the game near the end of the period. Now we're going to go to 4-on-4 as Beaton hooked his man. Or they're going to call it holding. Holding, hooking, either way. We're going to have a minute and 48 seconds of 4-on-4, which will carry over well into the second period. And then the Miners will get their second power play of the game. They scored on their first one. The only goal the Miners have scored so far, despite outshooting the Penguins 8-1. With now 15 seconds left in the period. And again, that penalty, Sawyer beaten for holding at 19:36 after the penalty for the Miners, Stephen Mann, for cross-checking at 14:24. As the first period comes to an end, shots on goal do end up 9-1 in favor of the Glace Bay Miners. But despite the heavy imbalance in shots, the score is tied after the opening 15 minutes. It's Glace Bay 1, East Hants 1. You are watching the 2023 Pictou County Scottsburn Bantam Memorial Hockey Tournament here on Petter Sports and streaming through AO Live. Welcome back as we get ready for the start of the second period. 1 minute and 24 of 4-on-4 before the Glace Bay Miners get a very brief 12-second power play. The Miners were shorthanded for 12 seconds before the Penguins took a penalty to even it up. There's a shot, blocker save made by Bugden. As the second period is underway here between the Glace Bay Miners and the East Hants Penguins. And there we see again, coming back onto the ice off of a flood, and the ice is still a bit wet. It creates a turnover. And fortunately for the Penguins, Simon Bugden able to make the save and keep it a 1-1 hockey game. Chowder now plays it back to Edgerdine. Dumped into the Penguin zone. Powell looks to get it ahead to the line, and it does just get out into center ice. And Orchard will work it into the Miners zone, but gets separated from the puck by Edgerdine. Now White picks it up and takes it down below his own goal line, trying to get away from the forecheck of Orchard. Plays it around to the far side for Murphy. Murphy ahead for White. White has that puck get a little bit away from him, but pokes it in. And why did they call the offside? The puck was never touched by the Miners in the offensive zone. But we'll get a stoppage with 19 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Comer and Orchard to take the draw here. Puck comes back to Ty McPhee. He'll dump it in. Comes off the end board, set up there for Foley. Foley plays it as far as the line. Wadden holds it in, tees it up, gets the shot away, and the save made by Bugden, and Bugden will hang on for a face-off. Played back to the line. Wadden. There's a long blast, but it ends up going a little bit high. Now it comes to the line. Ty McPhee as the first penalty comes to an end. There's a chance they score! In the very brief amount of time that the Penguins were shorthanded, the Miners do get a power play goal. Their power play now 2 for 2 on the day, with the goal coming literally 7 seconds after the Miners penalty expired and 5 seconds before the Penguins penalty would have expired. So in that 12-second span of time, the Miners do score a power play goal. And then they score. No! Caleb Green with the goal, assisted by Ty McPhee on the power play at 1:31. And then I thought they scored another one, but that went off of the crossbar and up out of play, not off of the crossbar and down into the net. It was that close to being a 3-1 hockey game here, as the Miners continue to control this game. They're outshooting the Penguins 5-0 in this period, outshooting them 14-1 overall. Meanwhile, next door it's now 7-0. They're into the second intermission. Antigonish leading that one over the Sydney Steelers. At least I believe it's Antigonish leading that one over the Sydney Steelers. According to what I've got on my sheet, Antigonish is the home team in that game, and it's showing on the scoreboard as a 7-0 lead for the home team. So that game is going to stay straight time all the way through to its ending, which the third period is now underway, so that game will be over in 15 minutes. There's a shot by Deacon McPhee that gets steered away. Now the puck comes back to the line. O'Coin looked to step up but couldn't get to the puck, but the Miners, Hogan bringing it right back in. There's a shot, the save made by Bugden, but he couldn't get the puck smothered. Now back to the line, Deacon McPhee again, another shot. That one goes just wide. Picking up is O'Coin as he steps in. Gets it to Mann. Mann with a shot, but Foley able to block that one. Now played around to the near side boards for Robinson. Robinson will just launch it down the ice. That's going to be an icing with just under 3 minutes gone here in the second period. So it looks like the Antigonish Bulldogs will improve to 1-0-1 in the AA division, or in the single A division, after a 3-3 tie this morning against the Halifax Hawks, as they sit in control of that game against Sydney across the way. For those of you just tuning in, we'll run you through the full list of results so far here in a moment. As the puck goes down into the corner, Murphy sends it behind his own net. Now it's played back up the near wall. McDougall holding it in, or McDonald, holding it in the line. There's a shot, kick save, and that is technically the first save. And as I say that, the third shot faced by Brandon McNeil in this afternoon's game, and McNeil's save percentage, unfortunately for McNeil, he's only stopped one of 3 shots he's faced today, as the first shot he faced in the game went in, and now another shot from the slot, a very dangerous chance. And Jackson Orchard gets his second goal of the game. Caleb Rushton with an assist. And Connell McKinnon with the second assist on that one. The goal coming at 3:23. So again, Jackson Orchard, his second of the game, assisted by Caleb Rushton and Connell McKinnon at 3:23. And now we're going to get an interference penalty, and it looks like it's going to go against White of the Glace Bay Miners. So running you through the results that we've had so far today. In the AA division, 2 games have gone final. Antigonish has defeated East Hants by a score of 6-1, so the Penguins playing in their second game of the day already. Dartmouth beating East Hants playing their second game of the day. Dartmouth beating Straight Richmond by a score of 6-4. Both of those games over on the bell sheet. In the A division, we've had Brookfield beat Bedford Blue 7-4. We've had Bedford White beat Cape Breton West 7-2. And 2 games that have ended in ties. Antigonish and Halifax tied at 3. Pictou County and Chiboucto tied at 2. And again, right now, Antigonish all over Sydney 7-0 with just under 4 minutes gone in the third period there. Again, the interference penalty taken by Ryan White gives the Penguins their first full power play, if it ends up lasting. Of course, they did have a power play earlier that after 12 seconds they took a penalty themselves. Here's Comer coming in for the Miners while they are playing shorthanded. Puck comes out to center. Ty McPhee on it. The time of the penalty, 3:59 for those of you who are tracking such things. 1 minute gone in the man advantage for the East Hants Penguins. Here's Orchard with the puck. He'll get it ahead to McGuire. McGuire in across the line. Tries to drop it back, but that's broken up. And the Miners are once again able to launch it down the ice. 40 seconds left to go in the penalty. Penguins. Beaton gets the puck ahead to Orchard. Orchard will bring it in across the blue line. Has it taken away from him by Deacon McPhee, but Orchard able to chase it back down in the corner. Plays it up the wall to Robinson. Robinson tried to get it back down to Orchard, but Deacon McPhee breaks that up and again sends it down the length of the ice. Foley going back to get it. 15 seconds left in the power play. Foley. Pass ahead for Orchard. Orchard, across intended for Robinson, broken up by Deacon McPhee. Here comes McPhee as the penalty is about to come to an end. McPhee with the shot, and that ends up getting blocked by McDonald. We're now back to 5-on-5. Robinson touches the puck, and batted it out of the air, and then the next player to touch it was another member of East Hants. And so we've got the stoppage with 8:54 left to go here in the second period. 2-2 is the scoreline, despite the fact that the Glace Bay Miners significantly outshooting the East Hants Penguins at this point, 16-5. Here with the puck now is Wood. He'll get it down deep into the Miner zone. Back to get it is Edgerdean. Edgerdean plays it off the wall, gets to the line, and coming out with it is Green. Green makes a nice move to get around McDonald. He has to chase the puck down as he knocked it all the way down deep into the zone. Green now sets it up for White. White trying to get it out in front for back to Green, but too many Penguins in the way, and the puck comes out to center. Rolls all the way into the Glace Bay zone. Pass across intended for White, broken up by McDonald. Now it's taken back again by Edgerdean. Edgerdean stepping in. Can't get a shot away as Powell knocks it over to the far wall. Centering pass broken up there by McKinnon. Now McKinnon back on the puck. He'll take it behind his own net. Create a little bit of space as we approach 7 minutes, or we pass 7 minutes gone here in the second period. Deep in the Glace Bay zone, but before it gets to the red line, Murphy was there. Murphy's pass misses everybody, and that's going to be an icing call against Glace Bay with 7:42 to go here in the third period. Next door, it's now 8-0. And, of course, that becomes a factor if and only if we have to take a look at tiebreakers involving goal differentials and whatnot. Puck comes back to the line for Borgel. Borgel steps in, gets a shot away. Save made by McNeil. Now Orchard at the far wall. Plays it up to Scotthern. Scotthern now into the near side corner. Centering pass intended from Turner, but that went off of a leg. Now the puck will come back to the line. Scotthern again on it. And again, if I am mispronouncing that, please do send me a correction. At Petter PC_sports. That's PETTER PC_sports on Twitter. Or search for Petter Sports and Streaming on Facebook. And send me a message. Let me know if I'm mispronouncing any names or anything else I'm getting wrong. There's a couple of whacks at the puck. Puck still loose. Finally able to find it is McNeil. And he covers up and hangs on for a faceoff with 6:49 left to go in the second. McKinnon in to take the draw against, it's going to be Comer to take it for the Glace Bay Miners. Off the draw, it goes to Deacon McPhee, plays it around to the far side for O'Coin, and out come the Miners with some speed. Here comes Comer. He's got man with him. Comer gets it to man. Man with a shot, and what a save! Getting just a piece of that puck, I do believe, was Simon Bugden. Now that's going to be launched down the ice, and that should be and will be an icing call against the Penguins with 6:23 left to go. What an opportunity there, but what a save. And if you want to go back and rewatch that, you just got to hit rewind here on AO Live, and you can go back and rewatch any moment in the game, and then fast forward back up to real time. And if you're watching it back on YouTube after it was live, of course, YouTube does also have those sorts of features. Man with a shot, and another save made by Simon Bugden. I got to admit, that previous play, I have no idea how that one stayed out, what Bugden used to make that save. Here's Mann stealing the puck, gets it towards the front of the net, but the Penguins are able to bat it away, and coming out with it is Rushton. Rushton looks to get it down into the Miners zone. Lost control of it, and it results in an offside with Wood following up on the play, and so we'll get a stoppage with 5:56 to go in the second period. We're on game number 5 of the day No, we're on game number 4 of the day here. Sorry. Up next, it's going to be Pictou County and Acadia in the AA division. Then we'll have the opening ceremonies immediately following that. Then Pictou County and South Shore in the A division. Acadia and Sydney in the AA division. And then Dartmouth and Cape Breton West AA. Rounding out the schedule on our sheet of ice here today. Then tomorrow we'll be back at it right from 9 o'clock in the morning. On the Sobeys sheet of ice, only 4 games tomorrow. But Petter Sports and Streaming will be here on this sheet of ice all day, as there will be a U15 major game and a U18 major game following the 4 tournament games, and we'll have both of those here on AO Live as well. On the separate link for those particular games, again, that's the Weeks Majors and the Warewell Bombers of the U15 and the U18 major leagues. And then Sunday we'll have an A semifinal, a AA semifinal, the A final, then a Weeks Majors game, and a AA final, all here on this sheet of ice. And again, those will all be streaming here on AO Live, Petter Sports and Streaming. Murphy with the puck. Has it knocked away from him. Picked up there by Robinson. Now around to the far side. Puck gets to the line, held in by Borgel, and Borgel with the shot and the save made by McNeil, and McNeil will hang on for a face-off with 4:36 left. Meanwhile, next door, they're down to the last 2.5 minutes with Antigonish up 8-0. And again, they're running straight time, so the clock just chipping away in that one. Puck cleared out, goes off of the foot of Scotthern. It ends up right on the stick of Ellsworth. Ellsworth coming in. Nice little move, but then nice recovery by Scotthern to deny Ellsworth from getting a good shot away, or any kind of shot away for that matter. Now McPhee dumps it back into the East Hants zone. Down below the goal line, Orchard plays it up the wall. It's held in at the line by Wadden. Wadden with the shot, and Bugden with the save, and hangs on for another face-off. So there will be a little bit of a break over on the other sheet of ice. Oh, somebody just sent me a message about something. Better check and see what that is, just in case it's... Oh. Puck gets to the line. Foley with a shot. The save made, but the rebound was right there. Big play by Wadden to clear that one away. Now here come the Miners coming in. Phillips with the puck. Takes the shot. Save made. Rebound picked up by Phillips in the corner. Tries to center it. It's cleared away. There's Wadden with another shot. And that one gets blocked by Robinson. Ty McPhee back over to Wadden as the Miners look to bring it back in again, but it's turned over at the blue line. Robinson plays it as far as the Miner blue line. Now Wadden gets it ahead. Foley will play it over to the far side. Gathering it in there was Beaton, trying to get it ahead for McKinnon. Puck is picked up by Baker. Baker coming in all by himself. Foley able to knock that one away, and we're going to get a penalty. Hooking is the indication with exactly 3 minutes to go in the period. And it's going to go against... It looks like it's going to go against Sawyer Beaton. So the Glace Bay Miners will get a power play here with 3 minutes left in the period. The Miners so far in this game have scored twice on 2 power play opportunities. One of their power plays was only supposed to last 12 seconds, and they scored 7 seconds into it. The second power play, they would have had the full 2 minutes, but they took 35 seconds. And there's another dangerous power play. There's a chance play to get it back to O'Coin, but able to intercept and bring it out. Here comes Rushton. Rushton working up the ice. Tries to go across with the pass. It does get all the way through. Sent towards the net. O'Coin will pick it up and take it back behind his own net. 1:22 left to go in the power play. Mann will carry it out from behind the net. Mann coming right up through the middle of the ice, in across the East Hants blue line. Gets tripped up, and now it's going to be a 5-on-3 for 1 minute and 8 seconds. As getting his stick into the feet of Stephen Mann was Isaac Powell. So this is a chance for the Glace Bay Miners to reclaim the lead that they've had a couple of times in this game. With the tripping penalty with 2:08 left, 1 minute and 8 seconds of 5-on-3. The bigger story momentarily was Stephen Mann looked to be a little bit shaken up, but seems to be fine heading back to the bench. There's McPhee. Deacon McPhee with a big blast from the point, and that goes into the end glass, and then it ends up coming all the way back down the ice. McPhee now will play it ahead for Hogan. Hogan loses the puck to Orchard, but McPhee bringing it back in. Here's Deacon McPhee cutting to the outside. Realizes he didn't have a lane, so he plays it back to O'Coin. O'Coin goes over to the far side with it for White. White steps up, top of the faceoff circle, coming to the far side for Hogan. He scores! What a pass by White. What a one-timer by Hogan. And the power play of the Miners strikes again with 1:29 to go in the second period. And they'll still have 1 minute 21 of power play time, as that goal did come in the 5-on-3. So we'll have more power play time here for the Miners. They're 3 for 3 with the man advantage and still have 81 seconds left to go with it again. Here's White bringing the puck in. Over to Murphy. Murphy fires a shot. That was going to go wide, but Bugden not taking any chances, gloves it down. The goal by Carson Hogan, assisted by Ryan White. I believe there's a second assist as well. We'll wait for confirmation of that as soon as we get it. The game next door is now a final. So White and Comer both get assists on that goal. So again, Carson Hogan scores on the power play, assisted by Ryan White and Landon Comer at 13:31, giving Glace Bay their third lead of the game. They led 1-0. East Hants tied it up. They led 2-1. East Hants tied it up. They now lead 3-2, and they have 27 seconds of power play time left with 33 seconds left in the period. Here's Chotter with the puck. Chotter goes across to Mann with it. Edgerton with it. His shot gets steered away. Now here's Chotter with it. 20 seconds left in the period, and it's launched down the ice. That will give the Penguins their first kill on the penalty in this game. Miners now 3 for 4 with the man advantage. And that will do it for period number 2. Shots on goal in the period. Much better from an East Hants perspective, as the shots were 14-10 in favor of the Glace Bay Miners. The two-period total now 23-11. We'll take a break for just a moment or two, and then we'll get ready for the start of the third period in this one. Again, after the opening 2 periods, it is the Glace Bay Miners leading the East Hants Penguins in the AA division of the 2023 Pictou County Bantam Memorial Tournament by a score of 3-2. As we get ready for just a quick change of ends. Again, a reminder, our next scheduled game is the 3:30 game. So we're running at a pretty good pace here. Able to stay a few minutes ahead of schedule. Phillips bringing the puck in for Ellsworth. Ellsworth's redirect ends up going wide. Puck comes into the corner. Pass ahead for Robinson. Robinson goes to make a pass to Orchard. but that gets broken up by Ellsworth. Now Phillips will pick up the loose puck. Phillips stepping in. Tried to get it towards the net. That gets cleared away, and the puck comes off the wall for Gatto. Gatto not able, or does clear the zone, but it ends up resulting in an offside as the Miners bring it back in with just 30 seconds gone in the third period. And so we'll get a stoppage in the face-off just outside the East Hands Penguin blue line. Again, our next game will feature the Pictou County AA Crushers as they play their first game of the tournament. And as the Pictou County AA Crushers will take on Acadia, the Axemen in the AA division. That should be a very entertaining hockey game as well. We've had pretty much nothing but good hockey games so far. Yes, the one game next door that resulted in an 8-0 shutout. That was a little bit one-sided, but other than that, even the game here that ended up going to straight time, it was just 7-2. And it was a much closer game in a lot of respects than that scoreline indicated. Here comes Mann coming in, and a big save made by Bugden. Of course, we've also had 2 ties on this sheet of ice out of the 3 finals that we've had so far. So that, makes for very entertaining hockey as well, certainly. Chotter to take this draw against McKinnon. Chotter wins it to White. White plays it back to the line for Deacon McPhee, but it ends up going through him. Now McPhee has to back up. Lead pass for Green. Green up to Chotter. Chotter across the blue line, drops it back to O'Coin. O'Coin with the shot. That goes off of a leg into the corner. White picks up there. White able to get away from Beaton. Looking to get it to the front of the net, but Beaton able to redirect that pass. Now tries to get it ahead for McGuire. McGuire takes a hit in the clearing attempt, knocked down by O'Coin. Now Beaton gets the puck back. He'll play it off the wall around O'Coin. Pass up to himself, but then McPhee comes over and delivers a big hit there on Beaton. Meanwhile, puck is over at the side of the Glace Bay net. McPhee comes over to help out, plays it up the boards. McGuire knocks it down, gets it to McKinnon. McKinnon looking to work it into the corner. McPhee trying to clear it, puts it right into the crowd. Now McPhee comes to the near side with it for Green. Green plays it off the boards out to center. 12:40 left to go here, third period. 3-2 in favor of the Glace Bay Miners. Deacon McPhee gets it ahead. Chowder gets run over on that one. Green now goes to play it back up the wall. That'll instead end up going around to the far side. Powell gets to it for the Penguins, but he can't get it ahead as far as Robinson. Now Powell takes a hit from White. McKinnon then comes in to deliver a hit on White, but the Miners able to maintain possession. Puck comes up the wall. Phillips knocks that down. He can't get his shot past McKinnon. McKinnon not able to clear the zone, however, as that clearing attempt knocked down by Green. Now Powell at the far side. Plays it to Robinson. Robinson with some empty ice in front of him. Gets ahead. Goes to dump it into the Glace Bay zone. It's knocked down by Murphy. Murphy quickly plays it across to the near side for O'Coin. O'Coin's clearing pass. Knocked down by Orchard, but O'Coin gets it back for Murphy. And then his pass deflected by Baker, but Baker was on his own side of center, so we'll get an icing call with 3:25 gone here in the third period. Glace Bay Miners leading this one by a score of 3-2. And the Penguins trying to make a late change, get told that they're not allowed to do so. So McDonald has to come back out onto the ice. Scott Hearn goes back to the bench. And Orchard will get waved out of the face-off circle as the other part of that. Robinson comes in to take the draw against Baker. Baker wins it. And now Edgerdean, with it, plays it up to Phillips. Phillips gets it ahead there for Ellsworth. Ellsworth in across the line, takes a shot. Save made, the rebound is there, and McDonald able to clear that one away from danger. Now McDonald with the puck again. He'll play it around for Borgel, Held in at the line by Murphy. Nice reach there by Murphy to keep that puck onside. It goes way up high into the air, comes down to McDonald. He'll get it up to Gatto. Gatto able to find Orchard. Orchard can't quite get through Edgerdine, and the puck comes back out to center. Davis trying to get to that puck, but Phillips gets to it first. Now back with it is Scott Hearn. It's turned over as Phillips gets on it, but Phillips ends up losing it there to Rushton. Rushton able to get it just past Murphy and out to center. Murphy goes to dump it back in again, but it ends up hitting a Glace Bay minor in the process, and we'll get a stoppage with 4:18 gone here in the third period. As they're just about ready to start warm-ups next door. So they did get a bit of a pause there as the warm-ups for the next game, and that is Sydney and Straight Richmond. Straight Richmond already with a loss earlier today, 6-4 in their game that they played against Dartmouth. And Sydney playing their first game of the tournament. And again, that one is in the AA division as well. Puck cleared down into the Miners zone. Puck ends up on the back of the net, knocked off. And now it comes out towards the front of the net. But able to cover it and hang on is Brandon McNeil with 10:06 remaining here in period number 3. So again, next door, the next game is Straight Richmond and Sydney. So an all Cape Breton matchup there. And our next game over here will be also in the AA division between Pictou County and Acadia. There's a backhand shot taken by Hogan. It ends up going wide. Now Hogan picks up the puck again, gets a shot away. And Bugden able to make that save and hang on for another faceoff. 9:42 left to go here in the third period, excuse me. Still 3-2 for the Glace Bay Miners over the East Hants Penguins. McKinnon and Chowder in to take the draw. Chowder wins it to White. White couldn't go anywhere with that puck, however. But the loose puck picked up by Chowder. He'll play it back to the line for O'Coin. O'Coin avoids McGuire. O'Coin gets the shot away. Save, rebound, they score! The initial save made by Bugden, but the rebound ends up right on the stick of Ryan White. And White makes no mistake about it. O'Coin will get one assist. And the second assist, I'm pretty sure, will go to Chowder, with the goal coming at 5:29 of the third period. And for the first time in this game, the Glace Bay Miners have a 2-goal cushion. As we get confirmation of Ryan White's goal. So they just give an assist to Burke O'Coin. No second assist on that one. I thought perhaps there might be, but turns out not. And now we get some pushing and shoving after the whistle, and players going flying everywhere. Some players in white, some players in black going flying. And the referees are going to talk this one over with 9:01 left to go. And we know that Deacon McPhee is getting one of the penalties. Is he getting the only penalty out of this? It looks like he is. No, or are the Miners getting 2? So there's a cross-checking penalty and a cross-checking penalty. So a full 2-minute 5-on-3 as 2 defensemen, O'Coin and Deacon McPhee, both go off for cross-checking. So if the East Hants Penguins wanted a chance to climb back into this game, they have been gifted a big chance here by the Glace Bay Miners, taking 2 cross-checking penalties simultaneously Deacon McPhee and Burke O'Coin. But here, shorthanded 3-on-5. Comer with a chance. And Simon Bugden has to make a big save to keep his team trailing by only 2. How often do you see on a 5-on-3 the shorthanded team send a forward in deep on a forecheck, create a turnover, and get a scoring chance? Now Murphy gets the puck and will launch it down the ice. 1:35 to go in the 5-on-3. As we get the confirmation of both cross-checking penalties, Robinson with the puck. Fires a shot. That goes above the net but stays in play. Comes to Scott Horn at the blue line. Scott Horn with it again. Fires another shot. That gets deflected and goes wide. Robinson now tried to play it around the boards, but fanned on it. Puck tied up in the corner. 1:04 to go in the 5-on-3. Robinson finally comes away from the corner with it. Plays it over for Orchard with a shot. And Orchard didn't quite get all of that one, as Brandon McNeil able to get the glove over and make the save. We've seen Orchard, a very dangerous player for the Penguins this game. He's scored both of their goals, but you feel like Orchard didn't quite get everything he wanted on that one. Now there's Foley with a shot. Robinson the deflection. Another chance. He scores! Lennox Robinson with the power play goal, 5-on-3, and they still have 56 seconds left of power play time. And that's a big goal for Lennox Robinson there. Robinson gets the goal. Foley should get an assist, as I believe will Orchard. We'll wait for confirmation to be sure. Here's Mann with the puck now. Lost control of it. It was Gatto who had the assist, not Foley. My apologies. So again, it is Lennox Robinson with the power play goal, assisted by Dylan Gatto at 7:03. Now another shot. There's a save by McNeil. Mann looking to clear the zone. Gets the puck as far as the line. Foley holds it in. Foley with the shot. That goes off the end boards. Wadden gets to it. Fires it, but Beaton will hold it in. Sends it into the end boards. Orchard takes a bump there from Ty McPhee. And McPhee able to get it out as the penalty comes to an end. So we're back to 5-on-5, and the Glace Bay Miners still with a 1-goal lead now, under 7 minutes remaining here in the third period. Edgerdine plays it down into the corner for Hogan. Hogan lost the puck, but it's picked up there by Phillips. Phillips with a shot. Blocker save made by Bugden. And it's played back out to center. Edgerdine with it. He'll carry it ahead into the East Hants zone. Edgerdine fans on a shot. Now trying to gather it in is Foley. Foley gets it back out to center. Edgerdine just avoids the rush of Davis. Now here's Ellsworth. Has the puck knocked off the stick by Foley. Davis gets it at the near wall. His pass goes in behind Wood. Edgerdine has it knocked away by Rushton. Rushton with a shot, and the save made by McNeil. Pass picked up by Rushton, intercepted by Rushton, I should say, as he sends it back in deep. Under 6 minutes left to go here, third period. Pass over to Phillips. Phillips coming in, takes a bump from Powell. And the Penguins will pick up, and out they come with Turner. Turner in across the blue line. Turner cuts to the outside, fires a shot. That goes just wide. And now here come the Miners again. Comer. McDonald knocks the puck off Comer's stick. Played out to center. O'Coin dumps it back in, but it ends up hitting Phillips, and so we'll get a stoppage. 5:12 left to go, third period. And the Glace Bay Miners lead the East Hants Penguins 4-3 here in this AA division game at the 2023 Pictou County Bantam Memorial Hockey Tournament. Pass ahead. Ends up going all the way as far as Borgel. He plays it over to Scott Hearn. Back to Borgel again. Back to Scott Hearn. Or Scott Horn, excuse me. That's an O, not a U. Now McPhee with the puck in his own zone, that being Deacon McPhee. Plays it over to O'Coin. O'Coin gets it up to Green. Green carrying ahead. That pass partially blocked by Turner, but following up was Deacon McPhee. Now Scott Horn with it. He'll play it back across for Borgel up to Turner. Turner gives back to Scott Horn. 4.5 minutes left. That pass broken up by Chowder, I should say. And down into the East Hant zone, all the way back behind the net. Having trouble there, Borgel. He'll finally gather it in, but then gets met by White. White with the goal that right now is the game winner if this score holds. Now here's a chance for Mann. Mann can't get a shot away. Gets the puck back, but it was too close to his feet, so he played it back to Ty McPhee. That shot gets deflected, goes wide, picked up by Green. Green sends it into the corner on the cycle to White. White trying to get it to the front of the net, but Scott Horn was there. Green comes back to help out. Now Green takes it over to the far side. Puck knocked away from him, but it's held in at the line by Ty McPhee. Green back on it again in the corner. Trying to get it in front for Mann. That pass broken up. Puck comes as far as the line. Ty McPhee with a shot. And now finally Robinson will clear it out down the length of the ice. It's going to go right onto the net, so no icing. And why did we get a stoppage there? Okay, the referee saying it hit the post and then crossed the line, so that is an icing. I thought it hit the goalie, then hit the post. So if in that case it wouldn't be an icing if it hit the goalie then hit the post, but the official saying it didn't hit the goalie, it just hit the post. It looked to us from our angle like it did hit goaltender then post, but we're not officials, we're just the broadcast crew, so and are we good to go here with 3:24 left in the third period? It looks like we are finally. Orchard wins the draw. Beaton wires it around the boards, but Ty McPhee with good hustle to keep that puck in the zone. Beaton on it again. Takes a bump behind his own net against Baker. Also in there is Mann. Mann gets taken into the boards by Orchard. Orchard able to get it up to Gatto. Gatto's pass a little bit too far in front of Robinson. Ty McPhee on it there. He can't get it past Robinson, and it's down into the minor zone. Wadden over to pick up. Under 3 minutes left. Miners get the puck out to center as it goes out off of Hogan. But now brought back in. Orchard with 2 goals already gets a shot away, and that's saved by McNeil. Ty McPhee not able to clear the zone. Mann gets it as far as the line. Foley holds it in again. In behind the net. Orchard going back there after it. Tries to get it up to Robinson, but it's broken up by Mann, and now Mann for the Miners coming out. Mann gets around Beaton. Has Hogan with him. Mann gives to Hogan. Hogan back over to Mann. And what a play, but the puck ends up off the outside of the net. Now out front for Hogan. Another chance. And that ends up going just a little bit wide. At the line, Murphy with a shot. Save made by Bugden. Another chance for Baker and another save by Bugden here with just over 2 minutes left to go. Miners with the 1-goal lead, pressing to try and get themselves a little bit of insurance. Puck cleared out down the length of the ice as Gatto was able to get a stick on it. Back to pick up is Murphy. Murphy overskates the puck, goes back, gets it, gives it over to Edgerdine. Edgerdine looking for some room. Now he finds some space, so he'll carry it ahead. Works across to the far side of the ice, and that's going to be an offside as Ellsworth was leading the whole crowd that got sort of pushed in across the blue line before Edgerdean and the puck went in. And so we'll get a stoppage there. And meanwhile, next door, the game is underway between Sydney and Straight Richmond scoring first in that one. Again, that's a AA game between the Straight Richmond Pirates and the Sydney Steelers. Pirates with the 1-0 lead in the early stages of that one. Here's Comer with the puck. Down into the corner. He takes a big hit there from Powell. Puck gets as far as the line. There's a shot. Comes off the end boards. Phillips gets to it. He'll play it back down below the net. McDonald in behind his own net. Loses it to Ellsworth. Ellsworth sets it up there for Phillips. Phillips trying to get it back to Ellsworth. It goes off a skate. Ellsworth almost gets his stick on it, but it'll be cleared away. And coming out with it is Powell. Here comes Powell into the final minute. Gets it across for Rushton. Heading to the bench for an extra attacker is Simon Bugden. The net is empty, but the Glace Bay Miners working their way down. Murphy with the puck. Murphy trying to get it out front for Ellsworth. Ellsworth with a shot that goes just wide. 34 seconds left to go. McGuire trying to get the puck back behind his own net. He gets it over to Turner. Turner working his way ahead, being pestered there all the way up the ice by Comer. Turner brings it in across the line, sends it in behind the net. That'll get sent out to center. Back to pick it up there is Scott Horn. He'll play it up ahead for McGuire. McGuire gets it in across the blue line. Back to get it below his own goal line is Murphy. 6 seconds left. Murphy goes to play it off the glass but puts it over the glass, and so we'll get a stoppage with 3.1 seconds left. And a big face-off here for the East Hands Penguins, trying to win the draw in the offensive zone. They've got 3.1 seconds to try and tie it. Off of the draw, there's a shot and a big save made. And it feels to me like there was about a second left, maybe less than a second, but a little bit of time left when that puck got into the glove. And now the referee's going to talk it over with the timekeeper's bench. And at most, it might have been 0.8 of a second to 1 second. It was, which I don't know if there would have been time to get much of anything done anyway, but regardless, time does run out. Third period shots on goal by the East Hands Penguins. They get 13 in that period. They actually outshoot the Miners 13-9, but one goal for each side in the third period gives the Glace Bay Miners a 4-3 victory over the East Hands Penguins. We'll have the presentation of the players of the game, and then we'll get our flood to get us ready for our next AA division game between Pictou County and Acadia coming up shortly. A lot of nominees for player of the game for both sides. Simon Bugden, who stopped 28 of 32 shots, gets player of the game for the Penguins, and he certainly did have a fantastic game between the pipes for them.
The player of the game for the Glace Bay Miners, number 15, Stephen Mann.
And Stephen Mann gets player of the game for the Miners. Mann not showing up on the score sheet, but did all kinds of big things defensively, created a lot of chances for the Miners, but wasn't able to get onto the score sheet himself. That's going to do it for this one. On behalf of my awesome cameraman, Lucas Morton, this is Michael Petter saying, may your skates always be sharp, may your shots always hit the top shelf. Final score once again, Glace Bay Miners with the 4-3 victory over the East Hands Penguins. We'll be back with you in just a few minutes to get you ready for the Crushers and the Axemen here from the 2023 Pictou County Bantam Memorial Hockey Tournament.